Hello
are
everyone,
you?
and welcome to this week's Head Staff Q&A. Basically how this is going to work is we do have Head Staff members in this channel, and we'll be answering your guys' questions in the chat. There will be two hosts, and I would like to thank Carter and Zmiya for volunteering and hosting this Q&A. They will be picking the questions from the chat, and they will be asking us those questions.
Okay, would you guys like to begin by introducing yourselves?
How's everyone going? Salutations. I'm Droobledore. You can call me Jay or Droobledore.
I'm Gwen. I'm the secretary to Headmaster and head of Potterwatch. Hello.
Hi, I'm Emily. I am the head of Honey Badgers and co-head of event staff.
I'm Finian, and I am CC's assistant to head of Raven.
And that explains who I am. I'm CC. I'm head of Raven.
I'm Jesiiica, assistant to head of Griffin.
I'm Maria, and I'm head of Griffin.
I'm Nymphadorable, and I'm head of Slytherin and co-head of event staff with Emily.
I'm Josh, and I'm head unspeakable.
So first on my list is, what's your favorite spell? Asked by Cricky.
All right, favorite spell. I must say, my favorite spell has changed over the years because ever since the first day I talked to Nathan, and back in the day, I think Expelliarmus was my favorite spell because it literally would disarm you. You used to be able to drop your wand, and after a while, I think that was kind of a bad idea. People started to lose stuff really easily. So instead, we changed it to the way it works now. But I would have to say Protego, only because after Nathan created the system to make it reflect a spell, I thought that was like the coolest thing. So I would have to say Protego.
I like Rainbow Maxima.
Favorite spell? I guess it would probably be Incendio, because I can set people on fire.
Crucio!
In game, I
It's
like
nice
Rainbow.
and violent.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely Ascendio.
Yeah, I really like Imperio.
In game, I like Rainbow, but in real life, I would like Accio.
Dude,
Rainbow.
that'd be good. You can be like Accio chocolate, and it would just turn on.
That'd be great.
Next question. This excludes Droobledore, unfortunately. How long were you before you were head staff? How long were you staff, sorry, before you were head staff?
I think it's about 2-3 months.
Okay, yeah. Same for me.
Oh, I think I was staff for a year and a half.
My 8 months is Monday, and I just got head staff yesterday, so just
Congrats.
under 8 months.
Well,
Congrats.
I was staff for just about 11 months before I became head staff.
I was staff for about a year.
I believe I was staff also for about 11 months before becoming head staff.
It was like a week or two for me.
So the next question is, are you a cat person or a dog person?
Ooh.
Asked by Silver Duckman.
okay, always been a dog person, still a dog person, but I have a cat, and she turned me into a cat person. You guys should know her. She runs around the Great Hall all the time.
Zoe.
Yep.
Hey.
I like both. I can't pick. I love them both.
You have both.
I do have both.
Yeah, I think I'm more of a dog person, but I wouldn't mind having a cat.
I'm probably a crab person.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I'm probably definitely a dog person. I don't mind cats, like they're cute, but I love puppies so much.
Yeah, I'm definitely a dog person.
I'm a cat person.
You skipped me, Jessica.
I'm sorry.
I'm a cat person, but I do like dogs.
I like cats, and I really, really, really love cats. And you can find my 2 cats, Ori and Yoda, in the Serpent Common Room.
Yoder.
Yeah, I love cats a lot.
It's Yoder.
It's Yoda?
This is a question for Droobledore. What caused you to create the server?
To keep it short, I didn't actually intend to make a server. I just wanted to build a castle, and then people found me and found the server, and then at the time it wasn't really a server. I was running it off my computer at home, and then they're like, hey, you should try turning this into a server, and I didn't know how to do that at all, so I needed help and kind of build from there. So I I guess to answer your question, I wasn't intending to build a server. It was just kind of an accident.
Love
Alright.
those great accidents, though.
Yeah.
Alright, so next question by NS Gaming is, Wizendale is kind of abandoned currently. Are there any plans to revamp it and or bring it to life?
Yes. The simple answer is yes. We're gonna kind of revamp it, not rebuild it, kind of like refill it out, and then fill it full of more exciting things that I won't spoil now.
Next question. What made you join Potterworld?
I love Harry Potter, and I love Minecraft, and Potterworld had both of those things. So, yeah, that's what made me join.
Well, that's an interesting one for me, because, like, I was asleep. It was probably 3 a.m., and in comes Nim crashing into the room. Josh, oh my god, Josh, you have to wake up right now! And then I didn't get any more sleep that night, and yeah, that was the start of our Potterworld journey.
100% true.
Emily?
For me, I remember. I don't know how many of you watch ABC Family / Freeform, but they always do Harry Potter marathons, and I was in the middle of one. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go online and look for a Harry Potter server. So I was looking like through a bunch of them, and like none of them were as good as Potterworld. So I'm just like, I'm gonna play this one, and yeah, that's how I got here.
For me, my best friend in real life found the server first. If any of you are older players, you might remember Anamnesis or Abigail Davies. She was staff for a while. She found the server, and my friend and I played for a while with her, and yeah.
We were going to be going to Universal, and I wanted to get hyped for Harry Potter, and so I was like, let's look for a Harry Potter Minecraft server, and that was it.
Well, I kind of stumbled upon the server by accident. I was scrolling through Tumblr, and I saw it. I was like, yeah, okay, let's go check it out.
I played another server to be honest, and then that one like shut down, and I stopped playing. And then a couple months later, I was like, Harry Potter Minecraft server, and then I found this one, and then I started to guide myself, and I got lost, and because the owl said that I had to go find my ticket, and I couldn't find my ticket, so I went and woke Josh up to show him the really cool Harry Potter. And then we got lost, and then Dusk had to come help us and save us. But yeah, Google.
How did you come up with your in-game name? By Kira.
That's a great question. So I went by Droobles with 2 zeros. That was like my first account. So just Droobles. I got that nickname because sometimes when I sleep, I tend to drool, and then I got kind of that nickname. So it kind of stuck. I actually didn't know it was related to Harry Potter in any way, because I know it's like Drooble's gum or something like that, but I didn't know about that because, yeah. So then I had that name, and then I think one day somebody was like Droobledore, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of funny, and then so I nicknamed myself that, and I bought the account, and so then ever since then it's kind of stuck.
Well, my name is Gwen, and I wanted something unique that would, normally not be taken on things, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's a very long story. To keep it short, my uncle had an Xbox Live account called Delicious Yak, and I wanted something similar, so I went with BurntCrab, and then that just kind of stuck.
Perfect.
Well, for MariJensn, I'm not really, unique or creative, so it's kind of just my name with underscore and X instead of an I.
Mine's pretty self-explanatory too. I'm a Gemini, and my mom's family is Swedish, and it's not a username that's generally taken on websites unless it's me.
My name is Jesiiica. Simple enough.
Oh yeah.
I joined the super original crew because my IGN is also based on my name.
Well, okay, so my name was originally Nymphadorable with 3 A's because I had an account called Lala, which was L-triple-A. So then with Nymphadorable, I took the 3 A's, and then Josh called me Nymphadorable, and he kept calling me that on the server all the time, and then some friends called me that, and then I just made it my in-game name, and I was really surprised that it wasn't already taken. But unlike everybody else here, my name usually is taken on social media and other places.
What is an arithmancer?
Arithmancers are just a bunch of smelly staff. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's true.
So arithmencers make renders for our like for our store or anything that we really need. Honestly, they're amazing. I'm like, hey, I need a render of this, and they're like, okay, and then they have it to me a few hours later, and it's wonderful. So yeah, they just use special programs. I don't even know how they do it. They're magical, and they make beautiful renders for us, for our staff team, and for our store, and yeah, that is their responsibility.
Yes. Bless Arithmancers. Okay, so the next question is, what's your favorite magical creature by X Captain_Crunch X?
I just like all magical creatures. I like hags. They're pretty cool. They like eat children.
Is that a
Well-
creature?
Okay.
Well, they're not like a human. They're like,
So, yeah,
I like
okay.
hags.
Well, mine is either a phoenix or an alchemy. But I do also have a love for the bow truggles.
Niffler.
I'm also a big fan of the alchemy, and I like thestrals.
I'm once again really basic, and I just like mermaids. They're cute, like adorable in a way,
Oh,
kinda.
In a terrifying way.
okay.
Terrifying way.
Mine's pretty obvious. Fire crab.
I really like Nifflers, but I also, like, before the new movie came out, I was obsessed with hippogriffs. Buckbeak was, like, what I wanted to ride around on. Like, go to work riding a hippogriff. That was, like, my dream. But I like Nifflers as well. Rumpins, oh my gosh, they're also so cute. I just love them. Anyway, your turn, Jay.
Yeah, I would have to say a hippogriff or a phoenix. I know it's like really basic, but yeah. I love the idea of what a phoenix represents, being able to kind of reborn. Not necessarily like conquering death, but it's like always being able to start anew. I think that idea is really cool.
Yeah, I really love what hags stand for.
What is your favorite Harry Potter book and why? By Crystal.
Okay, I'm going to answer this in like little parts. My favorite book has got to be the third book. Because I think the overall story is just like really clever. And try not to spoil anything for people that haven't read it. But I do love a couple of pieces from the fifth book and the sixth book. I mean, for those of you who know me, you guys know that I love dueling. I put a lot of my time into designing our magic system. And I love like the fight between like Dumbledore and Voldemort. And then even Snape gained my respect in the sixth book at the very end when he was fighting Harry. He was just so awesome. So definitely one of my favorite parts.
I really, really liked the fourth book. I'm actually rereading it right now, so that's a thing. But for some reason, I just really liked the fourth book, and I think compared especially to the movies, in my opinion, of course, the fourth book or the fourth movie did the least justice to the fourth book out of all of the movie book combos, and I just I was really bummed when I saw the movie after reading the book, and I just much prefer the book, and it's just awesome. I love the tournament, and you know, you get to see other schools and see how the international magic coincides with the entire storyline, and yeah, it's just really awesome.
If we're speaking strictly of books, definitely Half-Blood Prince. It's the best.
My favorite book would have to be, agreeing with Gwen, would have to be book 4 because, like she said, I just like love the way we get to see like other schools and like how things work outside of Hogwarts and like, well, not outside of Hogwarts, but like yeah, in those schools and tournaments and all. It's really cool.
My favorite book would be Half-Blood Prince, kind of for two reasons. One, Draco is one of my favorite characters, and it's kind of when he became a more fleshed out 3D character. And also, like, I literally grew up as the books were coming out, and like they started getting darker as I was getting older, and there was just something really special about that, I think.
I really love all of them. I'd have to say if I had to pick one, it would be Sorcerer's Stone. And that's probably because you have Harry who starts out and he's just so sad and feels like something's missing and everything just clicks into place for him, and I think so many people can relate to that.
Yeah, I think my favorite book is also The Half-Blood Prince. I mainly liked it because there's like so many sides to the story. There's a lot of things going on at the same time, and the way it all interacts is what appealed to me.
I like the second one because Tom Riddle's really cool. It's also the best movie as well.
I would say my favorite book would be Order of the Phoenix. I just love the plotline and the story and the characters.
The next question is, what's your favorite place to visit on the server by NS Gaming?
Favorite place to visit?
I know yours, Jay.
You do? All right, what's
Mhm.
mine?
Drooble's toilet.
My throne.
Yes.
That's where all the good reading happens.
Yep.
For sure. Actually, kind of something that happened to me was I kind of started working on Potterworld, like building it by with a friend of mine, and then after a while, like he kind of like left, and it was just me by myself for like a good year or so. But like early in that time, I got kind of like stuck and kind of like getting like writer's block or art block. I was kind of stuck, kind of bored working on it alone. And I remember I went to Florida, and this is when they opened the new Harry Potter theme park, or the part of it. And I remember sitting in the Three Broomsticks, and there's a chair in our Three Broomsticks on the server where it says like, "Oh, Droobledore was here," or whatever, sat there. If you've seen that, like that was the exact chair I was sitting in when I was being like re-inspired to like finish Potterworld. So it was like kind of like that chair and that moment when that happened for me. So that's why I kind of like marked that chair. So I would say like usually if I like AFK, I'm like usually just sitting in that chair.
I spend a lot of time in my testing tower, what I call my testing tower. But if it's like a public place, I usually just hang out in the Great Hall because that's where everyone hangs out, you know, when they're just chilling. So I like to be part of the crowd, you know.
Nim's housing or the kitchens?
I'm also either at my housing or probably in the courtyard most of the time.
I'm probably usually in the Great Hall if I'm not fixing things. It's nice to just be able to unvanish and hang out with people.
I would also have to say the Great Hall. Nothing quite like running all over the cakes.
I usually hang around the courtyard, or I'm off getting lost in the mini halls of the school.
I'm either usually in the Great Hall, just kind of chilling, putting my feet in everyone's food, or I spend a lot of time in the Serpent Common Room because it's nice and like dark, and when I'm there, I feel comfortable.
I usually spend most of my time in the Great Hall courtyard or my classroom when I'm testing stuff.
This is for Jay.
Okay.
What was the biggest struggle with developing the server?
As with any server, I would say coding. Coding is probably the hardest part. It's the part that I know the least about. I handle a lot of stuff on the server that is like, you know, like messing with configs or making mobs with magic and stuff, like the models, building. But other than that, though, I'd say like coding is very hard, and also management. I think management is really hard, and I think, you know, Potterworld staff does such a great job at doing it, and I'm so glad that they do a good job at doing it because I feel like I would not. But I would say that the biggest struggle was definitely like finding developers that you can trust and also work well with you. Because I want to say that like people that are developers, they think differently than like say like an artist like myself. So it took a while to kind of find a good fit there, but after we did, it was really nice.
Our next question is from Starstruck 2003. It's, what's your favorite event that's happened on the server?
Oh dang.
That's rough. That's a rough question.
Okay. I have two, but like I really actually enjoyed, like, event wise, I enjoyed the Star Wars event that we did last year. It was just kind of like a spur of the moment. Josh, I knew you were gonna say that. You were Star Wars. As you guys can tell, I'm a fan of a lot of different kind of things, like not just like Harry Potter, but also I have like Doctor Who up in there, Star Wars, we got Pokemon, other things, Zelda. But I think for event that we kind of just threw together at the last minute, I thought it was actually quite fun, and I think the feedback from it was very, very well taken. So I would say that, but I think the Valentine event that we just had was really nice as well. I think the builds were absolutely amazing.
It's honestly so hard to pick one event because they're all like honestly incredible. Shout out to Emily and Nim for being awesome.
Yes.
But one event that really stands out to me just because I had a lot of fun personally at it was the Valentine's event last year, so 2016. We had that Tunnel of Love that Josh and Suri made, and it was just really, really cool. And I did like a Let's Play for Potter Watch, and it was just a lot of fun. And then the Magical Maze as well, because that was just like incredible. And I believe what Josh and Nim put that together, like the maze itself made it in like a night, I think. I don't know. It's just crazy. Like the amount of work put into it and just very impressive. So yeah, those are probably my two favorites if I had to pick.
So, yeah, it's already pretty obvious. Star Wars event. But I also love all the Valentine's events and just about everything that comes on the server, really. I don't know, events are one of my favorite parts of everything, so I like them all.
My favorite event would definitely have to be the Valentine's event that just passed, because that was like the first event that I got to do as one of the heads of event staff. And it was just like really fun getting involved in it. And yeah, I had a bunch of fun.
My favorite was probably the Tri-Wizard Maze last summer. I was in the first wave of event staff that made that, and just the sheer large scale of it and how much time it took to put together, and then to see you all suffer through it. And
True.
See, true Slytherin.
That's right.
To see you all suffer through it.
No, that's how we were getting through it. Gemini and I were like, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be so worth it. They're gonna cry, they're gonna scream.
Wow.
Yes!
In a sense, I understand, because when I made the Pensieve challenge, I knew how terrible that one was going to be too.
especially, well, I mean, we had to suffer through making it, so.
Yeah.
Part of the reward that you get out of it is watching people suffer. What a great server.
You should have seen us suffer making it, man. That was tough.
No, I remember that. They suffered in the same amount as the students, so.
I would probably have to say this Valentine's that just passed, because I'm a huge Disney nerd as well, so that was pretty amazing for me.
I swear, I think favorite event has got to be the last Yule Ball we had. It was a whole lot of fun, and also because we had the little mini games test going on, but it was also fun to like gather snowflakes to get like the hats and the wand. But I kind of also like the last Valentine's event because I really love Disney a lot. So it was really great to see all those little parts of great Disney movies.
I'm a little stuck. I'm not sure. My first favorite, because I got a few which are kind of equal and they mean like different things. So my first favorite would be not this last Valentine's Day event. That one was really good, but the first one, because that's kind of what started event stuff. And that was super fun because Jay helped me in creating like a cool potion, and I think that's like one of my favorite things because it says all these like
Oh, yeah, I
nerdy
remember
things.
that.
I loved that. And my second favorite would be, shout out to Gwyn for having the same as me, the Magical Maze, because I think that like mentally was probably the toughest one that we all did. It was a lot of work and it was a little bit ambitious on my part, but we ended up doing it. Eventually we ended up getting there and it was really cool, so I liked that one. I also like the pumpkin bag from the Halloween one.
Same.
That was cute.
Shout out to the new toilets and sinks.
They're cool.
Thank you. I did a lot of research.
Yeah, you did.
Like, old British toilet. Then I was like, instant regret.
Shout out to Jay for not making us poo in cauldrons anymore.
Yeah, now we don't have to wash our hands and poo in the same cauldron.
That's why the potions taste so weird. No. Good one, Anakin.
Oh dear.
I would say the Star Wars event was my favorite event, especially with like farming for. I think there was a currency during that time, and you'd be able to upgrade your lightsaber. And I remember farming all day and night with my friends to get the new upgrades for the lightsabers, and I thought that was very well done. And yeah.
Okay, this one's from Ramsey. What is your favorite magical candy?
Drooble's best blowing gum. Come on.
I don't really know. The tasty kind.
No,
gosh.
actually, the I don't know if it's candy. It's not candy, but butterbeer. Like, if you've ever had it from the theme parks, it's amazing.
Same. Yeah, butterbeer.
Buddy Bot's beans, but specifically the vomit flavored one.
God, please. I
Gross.
got those when we were in the city, and you wouldn't talk to me for the rest of the day, and you were vomiting on the side of the road. Don't start that stuff.
Well, they were.
You were mad. You gave me the silent treatment.
Once again, I'm gonna be pretty basic and go with the classic chocolate frog because it's chocolate, and who doesn't like chocolate?
That was basically my exact answer. So that maybe licorice ones.
I'm gonna third them and say the chocolate frogs. Sorry.
Doesn't like chocolate.
Fourth,
Yes.
chocolate frogs, but because of the cards.
Same. I heard that Dribble stuff was tacky, so.
The shade.
Ouch.
Oh.
No, I just
I'd
like
have-
the cards move. That's cool.
I'd have to go with the chocolate frogs as well. I love chocolate.
They're so diverse.
Next question is from Dylan, and it's what's your favorite store item?
Like in-game or like theme park?
Like store item on the Potterworld store.
Oh. Alright, skip me. I only gotta go look at it real fast.
Doesn't even remember what he made.
Do you know how many things that have been made?
Oh my gosh, yeah, anyway. Oh
I
man.
can't remember what I did yesterday.
I mean, I really like all of the new pets.
Oh gosh. Yes.
So, probably all of those.
Okay, that's a tough one. It would either have to be the pirate hat or the enchanted tome wand.
My favorite store item would have to be the new Mandrake pet because I got to name it Drizzy Drake, and now I can say that it has like really cool rapping skills.
But the candy cane staff, because candy canes are amazing.
I'd have to say the emote packs. I really like using the hiss one.
Same.
I think I really also adore the new pets. So like the mandrake, the bow leaf, and the fairy are some of my favorites because they're just adorable.
That magnificent staff, though. Love it. And the pixie pet, they're my favorite. If there was a pug, it'd be a pug. Or a dragon, or like a snake, or a cat, like a giant lion.
I'd say that my favorite store item would be the French hat because it matches my skin very well. And I love the Niffly. The Niffly's so cute.
Okay, I was gonna say it's not out in the store yet, but like I had like a lot of fun painting the Phoenix, and then the Niffly was like really fun to do because like little chubby animals are just really funny.
Me, IRL.
Okay, this next question is for Droobledore. Who helped you make the server?
In terms of like all of the people in the past, or what? Because
Past.
that list is forever long.
Just the beginning, I mean.
Okay, in the beginning, there's an NPC named Alba Mobo. He's like a friend of mine that I grew up with since I was like a baby, and we started Hogwarts together. And he was like about like a couple months in, he was just like he got kind of tired of it, but like I started with him, so it was just us two. And the cool little side note is that I have the saves of every piece of the Hogwarts being built, like in order. So I have like when we started, like clearing off the land, and I had that as a save, and then like I had like the diagonal Great Hall started, and that's like a save. I have like I think like over 50 saves of the castle being built in stages because I'm like a little OCD about like saving my work. So yeah, but yeah, when you see Alba Mobo, I think he's in the train station. You know, he's the one.
All right. The next question that we have is from NS Gaming. What is something that you want to implement into Potterworld, but it just isn't possible?
Quidditch.
I think it's possible, but not Quidditch in the way that like they show it in the movies. Just because I think Minecraft is just a bit derpy sometimes. Like their AI and stuff is just not super amazing, but I think Quidditch is possible, but like an altered version of Quidditch. But yeah, I have an idea for that.
Firecraps.
Actually, no, Firecraft is totally possible now.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm out of ideas.
We know Jay's next project.
Next question. What classes did you all teach from Ashala?
Back when I did teach, a long time ago, it was, you could call it like a dueling class or like a DA class. Back in those days, we just gave out the spells. There wasn't no ACs. I just gave out the spell.
I used to teach astronomy, and I dabbled a little bit in transfiguration as well.
Yay. The best subject right there.
And I did history of magic for a little while, and I also did creative writing. But back when I did it, it was called lore writing, not creative writing.
History of magic was one of my favorites to teach.
My favorite has always been mythology, like especially Greek mythology. That's what I always used to teach.
I taught ancient runes and then ancient studies, which was like magic and ancient civilizations.
I teach potions mostly, but I also do dark arts and herbology.
I mostly teach creature studies, but I also occasionally teach astronomy.
Dark arts. It's the best.
And
I usually teach studies and sometimes herbology.
All right. We have another question, which is, can you all explain your roles and what you do on the server?
My role? I kind of jump around. Sometimes I'll focus on building. Like the thing that I love about Potterworld the most is that, you know, if I ever get bored of like doing one specific thing, like, oh, I'm tired of building interiors, that's okay. I can go to work on magic or go make a model or go work on mobs or help the developers kind of design a new system for something else, or pretty much just like whatever. I've even dabbled in sound design, like I made all the sounds that you hear from the spells and all that stuff. So I've learned a lot working on Potterworld, a lot that I even apply to my real life job, and it's cool. So I love everything except for coding. I just don't code. I config, but I wouldn't call it coding.
I am similar in the sense that I do a little bit of everything, except I do less technical stuff and more on the management side of things. So I manage the website and the information that is released on the website and the information that we release to the staff to help them do their jobs. And I help manage the head staff, and I manage the Potterwatch team, and I manage the TeamSpeak. And I do a little bit of config work here and there when it comes to like store items, and I manage the store as well. Like I said, I do a little bit of everything. It's hard to list it all, but yeah, it's pretty much it.
I can't really speak about it. No, I'm kidding. Mostly I work with Jay in developing the mobs for the server, and I also do a lot of other background stuff regarding things like regions and some configs and stuff to do with NPCs.
As head of Honey Badgers, my job is to basically watch over the Honey Badger staff, and I'm basically in charge of them. And I basically, like run the house for Honey Badger as co-head of event staff. What I do there is I'm in charge of overseeing the event and like helping to create them, and alongside them helping planning everything along with the other event staff members.
For head of Raven, I mean, it'll be basically the same thing as Honey Badger, except for the Ravens, manage Raven staff, and then just like general head staff things on the server too, fixing things or like restoring items for people, anything that like the other staff ranks can't do.
So it would be the same as Emily and Cece, except for Griffins, and I help Maria however I can. I'm also a lore master, so I help to create and guide the storyline of the server.
And just to repeat what Emily, Cece, and Jessiica said, as a head of house, we manage the the staff team of our specific house and see how they're doing, and we're responsible for hiring new staff.
Pretty much the same, except I get to work with all of the cute sneaky snakes, and I think we all do pretty much like a little bit of like a lot of stuff, like everything almost. Like we all do bits and pieces everywhere, and it kind of contributes to a lot of the server. And then I work with Emily to do event staff stuff, so we have to kind of think about how events will affect the server, how they're going to work, how they're going to be run, and then we work with all the cool event staff to make fun stuff.
As like assistant to head of Raven, I help manage the Ravens along with CC. Basically do what almost everyone said with the head of houses. I also do a lot of roleplay stuff technical wise, such as CNPCs and regions and builds and that type of stuff.
Okay, next question. This excludes Jay again. I'm so sorry. Excluding head or assistant, what was your favorite role as staff and why?
I enjoyed teaching and being a professor, so probably that. I mean, before I was head staff, we didn't really have any extra roles or anything, so.
Well, I wasn't ever really one of them, but I always liked what the architects do, and I think that role has been pretty important in the server.
My favorite role had to be probably event staff, which I'm still kind of event staff, just out of it now. But that was always like my favorite thing because it was so cool, like creating the event alongside everybody and then seeing your reactions to it because everybody was like so excited and they loved it, which was like really a good feeling to know that like I was a part of creating that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'd probably also go with event staff. Definitely, I've always been more on the idea side of things. I'm not the greatest builder, but like coming up with the more creative things for people to participate in, like the building contest that we did back at Christmas, or just different things to get people participating in ways that they normally wouldn't.
It's really a hard question. If we're talking like base, like from prefect up, it would be probably senior prefect. I really enjoyed helping in a lot of classes. But if we're talking side roles, I really love being lore master, but there's nothing like creating those really hard riddles to stump you guys. Like that's life, seriously.
I think I'm sort of in the same way as Jesiiica. I very much enjoyed my time as a secret keeper. It was really fun to see like where people think your riddles are and just know that, hey, they're wrong. There's nothing quite like it.
Sounds like
I'm
we're all
sorry.
just trolls.
We are. We are.
Or even better, when we put the riddles in the magic maze and people think that it gave them more of a chance to get to the middle and really it was a dead end.
Oh my gosh. Truthful then.
My favorite role was probably prefect. My favorite thing when I joined the server, it kind of gave me a feeling that I hadn't really had before. So like I really enjoyed guiding people and showing them because I was like still super excited to be like on the server. So I found that really, really enjoyable.
Our next question is, if you were to make a horcrux, what item would you use? By Captain Crunch?
Oh my god, I got a good one.
All right, you go first.
A piece of sand.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Good luck finding that. Oh, bury it really far down too.
Oh my.
Drop it in the Mariana's Trench.
Oh gosh. I think I'd probably choose a more normal object, just to be like hide it better, I guess. So maybe like a fork or like a coin or something.
Did you say a fork?
Yeah.
Just eating dinner with my horcrux.
I mean, no one would look at it and be like, oh yeah, this is totally a horcrux.
Same. Every time I go to the beach, I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's a horcrux.
But I mean, one of Voldemort's was a cup, and they guessed that.
But that's like a fancy cup. It was like special. But yeah, it was a cup.
Horcrux, nice.
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe a diamond, because why not? It glitters.
Yeah, I'd probably go the sentimental route. My mom's wedding ring that I always wear, so I'd probably be really easy to kill.
I think I would probably make a horcrux out of my really heavy history book that I have for university because no one would ever want to touch it or like pick it up because it's like ridiculously big. Just no.
Just because I'd be interested to see if I could like upload it, probably like a USB or a computer. Like maybe I
It's
can
like
just
a
upload
virus.
myself. Yeah, yeah.
It's just like Josh's face, like, ha.
I don't know. I wouldn't make a horcrux. Is that an answer? I wouldn't make one.
Probably a phoenix. Try to destroy it, just comes back to life. It's like, GG.
Could you imagine Harry trying to stab it? They could make a whole movie out of that. I'd still watch it.
I'm surprised Nim didn't say a Gryffindor just so people try to kill it.
Oh my god. Talk about stereotyping.
I'd just like to say, Nim, if you ever get that idea, stay far away from me, Jess, and the Griffins. Just saying.
Yeah.
Making any promises.
If you have an invisibility cloak, what would you first do with this?
I'd probably sneak onto like a plane or something and go travel like somewhere.
You said that as I thought it. Wow.
Yeah. I would yeah, that's probably what I'd do. I would use it to get away with things that I normally couldn't afford.
Let's just say I would spend a lot of late nights in the kitchens.
I don't know what I would do. Oh my god. Can I use it to like I could sleep and nobody can bother me, so I can hide myself with it while I sleep? Like it could be a blanket, and then it would double because nobody would ever bother me, so I could just sleep late.
You could
without-
sneak out for coffee.
True, I
Yeah.
could go to Starbucks all the time, every time that I wanted.
A coffee.
I think you mean a coffee.
Yes.
It's really hard. I don't know. I really like Gwen's answer, but to try to keep different from that, I'll go with what I first thought of, which is like being in a crowded place but unseen and just like observing people without them being able to see me or know I'm there.
I'd have to say to use it, spend the night in Disney World without, being kicked out. Like just the whole night. Yeah.
That's a great answer.
I'd probably use it to sneak inside airports and on board planes and just go travel.
I would probably, no judging, I would probably go to a game store and get a Nintendo Switch, and then I'd probably go grab like a bunch of games because games are really expensive and I really don't like spending how much that they cost on games. But yeah, I'd probably do that.
Okay, I got mine off of, I think it was Jessica's answer. I would go back to the Warner Brothers studio tour thing in London, and then I would just like, go in and just check out all the props when everyone's gone, being able to like check all this stuff. Because like I do prop
Raid
stuff.
the gift store.
Well, no, I wouldn't like really care about taking stuff. It's more so like I get to kind of like see it and touch it and feel it without like, all these people being like, oh yeah, you can't do that, because I think props are really cool. I like a lot of fun making the props for Potterworld, so it's kind of what I do.
Yes, such pure answers. So the next question is, what's the most embarrassing thing you've accidentally done on the server?
Oh no.
Oh god.
Let's start with Nim.
Oh god, don't ask me that question.
Oh, mine includes Zmiya too.
No, please.
Okay, well, I've done many things that are embarrassing, but I think one of the things that embarrassed me the most. So there's this thing that you can do that staff sometimes is sneaky and they spam Periculax to try and lag someone out. And I tried to do that to Zmiya, but I didn't have Periculax selected and I wasn't looking at my chat. So about 70 messages, like not even kidding, 70 messages in chat was, Nymphadorable has cast Mordre, and it was just spamming the chat. And I wasn't looking.
Mind you, she's done that more than once too.
Oh god, no.
That was at least a year and a half ago now. So
Oh god. Okay, so mine is more recent, and I don't know how many actually knows about it. I was removing some stuff with World Edit from Hogwarts, and I accidentally set a much larger area to stone than intended. It thankfully didn't hit the castle, but it looked very awkward over the lake. So quickly fixing that, but yeah.
For me, it'd probably be when I was a senior prefect and I accidentally kicked Emily from her own class. Yeah.
Get out, let me do the show.
I felt so bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mine are definitely probably chat fails. Two examples I can think of are I was trying to go to someone and just put their name in chat instead of like doing TP or anything. And then when I was promoting Christina, I forgot the color code in front of her name. And as you may know, K does the cycling text. And so nobody could who I promoted.
I don't know, Jessica, help me. What have I done that's really, really embarrassing? I've done so much.
You have.
Become
my
a
God.
Hufflepuff?
Wow! I'm
Wow.
offended.
I'm
Oh my
kidding.
god.
I'm kidding.
Uh-huh.
I chat a lot. I've accidentally, like, when I was like working on events, right before an event was supposed to be released, I did like the warp to it in chat accidentally, and like I almost died and almost cried because I was like, no. But luckily, nobody saw it, and chat just kept going.
Okay, this is really hard for me to say because it's incredibly embarrassing, but I was sorted into griffins.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Wow,
I
Josh,
heard
just
Josh's
wow.
I'm just
the
kidding.
worst thing Josh did? Okay, the
What?
first Valentine's event.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna say.
Oh.
The first Valentine's event, you know, we had that tunnel ride, and Suri and I had been working really hard, and he'd spent a couple of weeks getting all the command blocks ready, and I made a command block, and I accidentally put the wrong thing in it, and it destroyed the entire event, and we had to rebuild it in a week, including all of the tunnel.
You tried.
And I'm sitting here trying not to cry, and I'm like, it's okay. It can happen to anybody, but on the inside of my heart was broken.
And because it was a command block, we couldn't undo it, and you know, we didn't have any backups or anything. So yeah.
Always make
I replaced
backups.
I replaced the whole thing with redstone blocks, if anyone's wondering.
I'm trying to think of a good one for myself. Mainly mine are always chat fails because I'm always like on the server but like never like visible. So anytime like I'm typing, if I don't type in the right chat, it goes into and then it's usually always like something like, oh awesome, or like, hey, can you check this out? And it's like goes straight into global, and I mean it's not like that embarrassing, but
Jay, I think I know yours.
yeah, tell me because I
That
can't
time you
recall.
fell off the astronomy tower.
No, I actually know a good one for Jay, but I don't want to call you out.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
On,
That
go
time
ahead.
that Danny got really mad at you.
Wait, what,
during the Yule Ball.
Oh, right. Because I totally forgot, like, caught up in the moment. I was like, yeah, you know, like, let's have, like, a announcement or something. And then Danny got pissed because, like, I pulled everyone to the same server and, like...
Got mad, Jay. Got mad. Not...
Broke the Yule Ball. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, too bad Rosie isn't on here right now.
Oh my gosh, no. She would be mortified. No. No. No, okay, I'll tell people mine. So mine, I don't know, Jay, I don't know if you remember this. I was so embarrassed. It was like, I don't know, it was a few months after I got head staff, and you had just updated my wand, Jay, and I accidentally, like right in the middle of Hogwarts, accidentally animagus into a dragon.
Oh yeah.
And you were like, when? And I was like, I'm sorry. And I had to like relog really quick. And then there was this other time that I didn't know I was casting Rainbow Maxima, and I had chat turned off, and I ended up kind of pulling a Nim and cast and like spammed chat with Rainbow Maxima like 15 times. Yeah, the good old days.
Okay, next question. What has been your best experience as head?
I don't have one.
Wow.
Wow.
I think I have to say, like, every time we kind of, like, we create something, a fond memory of mine is when we had first introduced the intro server. And I remember, like, a whole bunch of the heads were, like, following this newcomer that had come on. And we were just, like, so excited. Because
I have a video.
Yeah, we had, like, a video of it, and we were just, like, so excited because, like, oh my gosh, it's working. Because I know, like, back in the day, we had, like, the DMA, and we had people lead people around. But, like, seeing the stuff that you put into the server work is like really, really awesome, and it's really satisfying, and it's like, oh, your hard work has paid off. And yeah, I think that's part of the magic.
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, I've learned a lot, that's for sure. Probably just everything I've learned, like I feel like since like before I joined Potterworld and started in my role, I didn't know nearly as much as I know now.
Probably the moment when Jay was like, Josh, come see this. And I like logged on to this like test server that he had set up, and he's holding like a lightsaber hilt, and he pushes a key and it turns into a lightsaber and it's got sounds, and yeah, I think I cried. That was great.
I thought you were gonna say the toilet.
Oh, that too. Yeah. The toilets. I've been waiting for that for a long time.
My favorite experience / memory of being a head staff member is one I still get to relive, which makes me happy. But you see, I have this wand called Killer Potato, and so I get to kill Nym, Zmiya, and like Liz all the time with it.
I just log out, so she doesn't actually really get to kill me.
Are you in the server?
No, I'm not.
No.
I
Hi,
don't
Zmiya.
AFK because Emily's abusive.
No, I'm not. I'm being very kind.
Right now.
Oh. I think we found the rotten potato.
Wait, who just killed me? I'm so confused.
I've liked getting to know so many other staff members better than I did before I became head, like especially switching houses.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't mean it. Fine.
You know
Stop.
what?
Get wrecked, Nym.
No, but rude.
I mean, obviously, like I knew some of the Ravens before, but I didn't know a lot of people, and it's gotten fine. Never mind. Nym and Zmiya don't like my answer.
I guess I would say when I got promoted.
Oh yeah.
You have a whole day to
I
choose
have
from.
24 hours. Yeah.
Legit, her reaction to it was, oh my gosh, what? I think my greatest experience as head staff was the amount of support and patience I got from the Griffin staff members mainly, but also like the rest of staff while I was like adjusting into my new position. Yeah, everyone was super nice and super patient, and that really helped a lot.
I think my best experience is still something that we always all get to kind of go through, but when you get promoted it's really, really fun. But then when you get to head staff, it's like way cooler to like see how other people react when they get promoted or hired. It's like really exciting, and it's like, I don't know, I just got this feeling. It's really cool. It's really kind of happy.
Nim's
I like
favorite
that.
moment was getting SMP.
Oh yeah, hit me up on Instagram, guys.
The next question is by James. How has the Potterworld community changed over time?
Well, I mean, having seen it all from the first few couple people, that because my first introduction to Potterworld was essentially I just like went to Minecraft forums and I was like, hey, you know, like I have this server. Does anyone want to come look? And I would whitelist people and add them. So my first experience of even just the community then was just like 2 people, and for a long time it was just like a couple people would come on, and that was really just it. Going from that all the way to what I see now, oh man, it's grown because like I used to know everyone that would come on the server, every single person. Nowadays there's like people that have been coming on for a long time and I don't know them, and I think that's like such a cool feeling. As much as like I want to like get to know everyone, it's just like there's just not enough time in the day. So for me, it's just like just seeing that kind of growth. And then sometimes when I'm like at work, like real work, and I'm just like AFK in the server, I like look in chat and I can see people helping each other, and I think that's like the coolest thing to see.
Yeah, the server has definitely come a really long way, that's for sure. I mean, we've had our growing pains, of course, but we've accomplished a lot as well.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I've been on the server almost 2 years, but seeing obviously the population grow and just the things that change, like the things that seem so, you know, normal and good while they're first happening, and then they completely change and you completely find a better way to do it. And I think it's just really cool to see that evolution as well.
Who was your favorite professor from the books or movies, and why?
Okay, I have to step in. I would have to say either Snape or Dumbledore.
I really liked McGonagall because she was just so cool. I mean, just really, she was like strict, but she was also like really chill and really cool and like just really, I don't know how else to describe it. She was just really cool. I also liked the centaur teacher. I forget his name, but I thought
Frenzer?
Yeah, he was cool.
I would have to say either Hagrid or Dumbledore.
Are we counting Dumbledore as a professor?
Yeah, he was a professor.
Okay, then
Yeah.
He was
Dumbledore was
headmaster.
also another one of my favorites then too.
I'd have to agree on a McGonagall or maybe Snape because I love Snape.
I don't know how you guys could like Snape.
I'm hurt.
He was rude. He was a bully. He was so mean.
I have a really long rant about Snape, and I wrote about it in one of the classes that I attended.
Yeah.
As a student.
Snape was seriously like that teacher that like in high school in real life.
Your heart.
I like was
because of obsession, not love.
Yeah.
Did you guys know Snape personally? No, didn't think so.
He was a
J.K.
bully.
Rowling to
He
be a liar.
purposely gave bad grades just because he didn't like people. Like that's a terrible
Yeah,
reason. We would never let our professors do that on Potterworld.
Can I change my answer? Umbridge. She had no regard for the system.
Anyway,
my favorite,
okay.
Though would also be McGonagall. Just like the amount of sass that she had in like certain situations, like with Umbridge, especially like about Trelawney or just the trio. Just loved her responses to things.
I'm probably going to be in the minority as well, but I really loved Umbridge. I thought she was
Oh
kind of
my
hilarious. But I also really loved Trelawney, so there you go.
Well, I think I'm gonna join the McGonagall crew because
The best crew.
yeah, she
We're
was.
gonna get out of here.
Gosh, you wanna fight? You wanna fight? McGonagall was definitely like just like how I would view a great teacher, a great leader. So she's an inspiration.
Truth.
Hey.
Well, I'm not really going to help my case here, but I'm going to stick with my original answer before Gwyn was mean. I like Snape because I thought it was really funny when he smacked his student around the head with the book.
Oh my god.
Well.
But as well as that, I think Hagrid is one of the most adorable people in existence. He's like me. Like when I do something and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. That's it. I love that. That's like my favorite thing.
Can I just add one thing? It fits with you liking the hacks. Like Hagrid also like weird stuff that would kill you.
Nim's like the Slytherin Hagrid.
Yeah.
It's not quite so hairy.
Yeah.
He's so tall though. I'm like 5'1".
Okay, the
Legit.
Slytherin female short Hagrid with less hair.
Are you talking about Emily?
Oh yeah, Lupin was a great teacher. That's a good point.
Yeah.
He gave out
Oh
chocolate.
my
I mean,
God.
He was a kind teacher. He was like more supportive one.
Yeah, he gave chocolate.
He gave chocolate.
He did.
Best quality.
All right, so wrapping it up with the last one or two questions. We're ending with a basic one from me. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Like, I don't know. I just really like vanilla ice cream because you can like mix it with anything, and I really like making awesome ice cream concoctions. Like I really like fresh fruits like blueberries, strawberries, and throw them in with some vanilla ice cream and some granola, and that is just like, man, that's just like the best dessert you can get right there.
Okay. The two most obvious answers, mango and strawberry. Best
Yeah.
flavors. But on a side note, once in Japan I had crab ice cream with real bits of crab in it, and yeah, that was interesting.
I'm gonna be basic and go with chocolate because chocolate is the best thing ever.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Toffee.
I'm gonna have to go with chocolate chip cookie dough, except that because cookie dough is amazing. But there was a ice cream shop where I grew up that made their own ice cream, and they made it with chocolate ice cream, and it was even better.
Chocolate peanut butter cup.
I think I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. I'm probably not. Stracciatella, like the one with like chocolate in it. But also vanilla ice cream for its great use in milkshakes.
Yes.
You can use any ice cream milkshakes, Maria. That's a bad.
Yeah.
But
choice.
the vanilla one is more basic and like
The
That
chocolate's
sounds
better.
like Kristen.
fight
My
me, Nim.
Okay, I like cheesecake ice cream. That's the good stuff.
Mm.
And my favorite food ever besides broccoli, mango. Mango ice cream. Oh my god, so good. Especially because it's summer here. I don't like. Josh and I have had like 100 million boxes of mango ice cream. It's so good. Especially Weiss's sorbet actually is so good. It's like $8 a thing though. It's expensive.
Okay, this
Honestly,
is the
broccoli with butter. Can we just take like a half an hour to discuss this? That's so good.
Maybe next Q&A.
Crystal's my best friend. Did you know Crystal's my middle name? We're meant to be friends.
okay. This is the final question, and it is pretty difficult. If you were in
Gosh.
the second task of the Triwizard tournament, who would be the person you'd have to rescue from the lake?
This is not the kind of question I want to answer at 5:30 in the morning. I'm kidding.
That's
I'm
every
kidding.
question that's asked at 5:30 in the morning.
I will go to
Gosh.
bed after this. No
Is
worries.
it a like a real life person or someone from Potterworld?
Either.
Either. Okay. Oh my. Maybe it would probably be like one of my pets, like my dog or my cat. Probably my dog because my cat hates water. My dog doesn't mind it. So yeah, my dog.
You heard it here first. Gwyn wants to drown a dog.
Wow.
I think my answer's probably pretty obvious. It would be yeah. I can't words good. It would obviously be Hagrid. No, I'm just kidding. It'd be Nim.
Wow.
Mine would probably be my boyfriend Harris.
Mine would probably be my husband.
Harris
If I didn't
Potter.
pick him, it'd probably I don't know. That'd be a bad answer.
Probably it'd be a tie between my husband and son, so I can't pick one.
I think any of my siblings.
Dude, I don't know, hey. Who even asked this question? We're gonna have a word after this.
I know
Josh,
who yours would be, Nim.
Josh, please note that she didn't immediately answer you.
It's okay.
No,
I said Hagrid
okay.
first.
Please keep in mind that, like, I have my little sister here with me, who's 5. I'm sorry, actually, I'm gonna go with my sister. She's 5. If someone's able to get, like, a grown-ass man into the water, I shouldn't have to save him. He's 20. He should save himself. Oh my god. I can't believe I accidentally swore. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Could have been worse.
My sister can't. Like, someone could just grab her up and put her in the water. Like, Josh should battle it. Our little sister. I waited 15 years for my sister. When she's 15, I'll be 30. Ugh. I'm gonna save her. My little Ella.
Oh.
That's
Samaya
the
and
question.
Carter,
Okay.
do you guys have any more questions for us for the night?
No, we are finished.
Well, I have a
Thank-
question for them.
Oh, okay.
If you get it wrong, I'm gonna be really sad, Zmiya. What's your favorite flavor ice cream?
Salted caramel.
Vegemite.
Oh.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
I was answering truthfully. Okay.
Shout
On
out
a
to
scale-
Carter and Samaya for being the hosts of this awesome thing here.
Yeah. Shout
Thank
out to
you.
Scharf for the great
Yay.
idea.
Yeah. And shout out to everyone who attended and listened.
Yeah, it was super
Yeah,
fun.
Thank you
thanks
for
for
your
coming.
questions.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you all for coming. You guys are awesome.
Again, I really, really am sorry.
Bye.
You're adorable.
It's fine. We we'll do another one of these in the future. So if you guys have any other questions, save them up and attend the next one. We will make sure we announce it and everything. So yeah.
Oh, if your question wasn't answered today, then just wait until the next one, and then it should be answered.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks for coming. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.